because I have a feeling, I'll say this, I have a feeling that I need to go and hit the live streams everywhere. So I am
Ah,
going to go do that while we're talking.
absolutely.
I don't want to like introduce you because, then you'll be introduced and I'll have to do it again.
No worries.
Excellent connection. I think we're live. Yeah, we're live on that stream.
Woo!
And Facebook, I think it's streaming. No, it says go live. Here it is. Go live, go live. Okay, live video is starting. That looks like that's taking a second. And yeah, and the YouTube has already started. So thank you so much for joining me here, Aura. It's just such a pleasure to get to talk to you always, of course, but also your podcast is amazing. And so I want to introduce everybody to Aura, who you can find at aurauniverse.com, I'm pretty sure. And she's a hypnotherapist and has developed her own processes and does incredible work. So, what we talked about on our podcast, which came out today, so you guys can go to findingyoursparkagain.com to get straight to all the podcasts, should be on the one page, and you can get straight to Aura's podcast. Is we talked about connecting through the veil, right? Connecting beyond this physical world. And this topic is so dear to my heart and something that I don't always have gumption to talk about really loud. So I'm so glad to get this opportunity to talk about it with you.
Thank you so much, Donalyn. It's always such a pleasure to be here and such a pleasure to talk to you. It really, I mean, my heart just explodes and opens up to the possibilities of the Aldres because I know that we can talk to about absolutely everything, and the sky is not the limit, right? So yeah, I think we were talking about how to connect to everything that is beyond the veil, everything that we cannot see, hear, and sense with our five senses,
Mm.
through ourselves, through our intuition, through our inner wisdom, through our inner knowing, which is infinitely vast as we are eternal, infinite beings
Mm.
in our
Yes,
inner
yes,
essence.
yes, yes. I get so excited about that because I feel like we get taught how to live in the world, and we need to, right? It's important. But also, we don't often get taught how to live in the energetic world and how to sort of tune into ourselves and find that inner space that opens up the possibilities for all of our energetic and etheric life that we can add in to our experience of this physical life. So I'm really, really happy we talked about that. You guys have to go and listen to it. It was really good, if I do say so myself. And she like Aura talked about how do you do it, and I think those are things that often we don't talk about on podcasts, but we really got into the meat of it. It's not a terribly long podcast. It's like half thing like that, and but beyond just talking about what, right? We start to talk about how. And the reason I started this podcast was really so that I could to people, right? That you have a lot of options, that how you participate in the world can change depending on where you are and what you want and what you're choosing in that moment. Be so much bigger than just going and through strife and then not being able to figure out how to deal with it. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I want to hear a little bit about your. I know that on the podcast we kind of didn't get into it at all, and I would love to know. I was looking at your new website. It's beautiful, by the way. If you guys haven't seen it, you gotta go. And oh, I love that image at the top. So gorgeous, and the work sounds so incredibly powerful. Can you tell us about that?
Thank you so much. Yes, it's The sessions are called Origins Integration Sessions, or the Origins Integration Method, which is all about getting you in contact with your true essence, with your inner wisdom, and having you live your life as your true essence and inner is wisdom on an everyday basis. It's all about getting to know yourself and resolving issues that you have had probably your entire life. It can be health issues, it can be relationship issues, it can be even trying to connect to a loved one which has crossed over. It can be weird things, weird dreams, weird events that have been happening to you which you cannot explain, which you would like to have an explanation for. What we do is I help you relax, and in this deep state of relaxation, we can then access your subconscious mind, which is your intuitive inner wisdom, which holds the information of everything that is, everything that has ever been, and everything that will ever be, because we are eternal beings. And we are connected to the universal pool of consciousness because we are a fractal of source, which is why it is, once you get a hang of it, it is easier to then connect to your loved ones beyond the veil, or even just telepathically talk to your pets or even your partner or your children or whatever, because we do have these innate abilities. It's not even an ability, it's like breathing. If you would call breathing an ability, this is just as innate. And the fun part is that we have always been working with this. Even religion talks about us being a mind, body, and soul. And what we are doing in these sessions is we are bringing the three within together so that they can work together, so that they can align, and so that you, as a holistic being, can find a way back to your roots, back to your original self. And if it's about any kind of illness, we can then ask your intuition, how to get rid of psoriasis, or how to get rid of fibromyalgia, or whatever it is that you are suffering. And then you will be getting tips and guidance on how to practically handle this throughout your life, because you innately know how to heal yourself. The body is created in such a way that it knows how to heal itself. Our cells are constantly regenerating, and this work has created insane, beyond the explanations of Newtonian physics results. It's absolutely mind-blowing and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this is what hypnosis actually is. It is a very relaxed body and a very focused mind. That's it.
Mm,
It's as simple as that.
amazing how powerful we are when we. I love that you bring together all these different elements, because I think people, when they go through trauma and grief, stress, the stress that is caused by living life, right? You stick around on the planet long enough and things happen. People die, and jobs get lost, and like things happen, that you didn't anticipate. And tying together all of the physicality, in addition to that emotion, and tapping into the collective subconscious, such an amazingly complete way to look at it, because I know so many people I talk to have problems with anxiety, they have problems with sleeplessness, and all of these things come from this emotional trauma have sustained, and that they're trying to figure out how to go forward, be present in the moment. And like, those are really hard things to do, even though they don't sound hard, right?
Yeah.
So what incredibly powerful work. Thank you so much for telling us. And for you guys have got to go listen to this podcast. It is really incredible. Again, it's your finding your podcast. No, finding finding your spark again.com. Finding your spark again. And go take a that long. It's about half hour, 40 minutes, I think, is that particular episode. And of course, we have other episodes up already and that have all launched today. And we coming out every week, all on different topics, that topic around how do you actually make yourself into that version of you that is seven, right? That really enjoyed life, that had that inner feeling that is just sparkling, and so many people just like Aura who are going to help you to find your way through all that whole process. So thank you. And thank you for taking this time live with us today. This is, or where are you physically? You're
Thank you
in,
so much. I am in Europe. Yes, I'm in Northern Europe. I am in
you're
Sweden.
in, so like you guys, this is just halfway around the world. I'm in the United States. So wherever you are, you can connect in a really palpable way. You go to the podcast pages. Her page, first of all, like stunning because look at her. I
Thank you.
mean, come on. And all the links to be able to connect with Aura, to be able to connect with me, to be able to stay on the notifications list for the actual podcast. So we look forward to seeing you week after week after week. And if you love podcast, please reach out and tell her, right? Connect on her Instagram or any other platform that you see there and let her know, and we'll stay connected. All right. Is there
Thank
anything
you
you want to
so
say
much
before
for
we go?
everything. I love you so much. I just wanted to say that, I love everyone and always just stay awesome, live your passion, and have a most magnificent moment of the infinite now. And whenever you need help, you know where to find us. And thank you for
Indeed.
all the work that you are doing, Donalyn. It's a huge help and assistance and just treasure to have you here doing this work with
Thank,
us right now. Thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you. That's really nice. All right, you guys. See you on the podcast.